Setting up season registration is a three-step process. First, you'll want to create your event to collect that season entry fee. Next, you'll want to add a $0 package to the parts bin of each event of your season so that attendees can be transferred to that package. Then finally, the third step is to copy your attendees from the season registration event over throughout the rest of the season to get them registered for those events as well. So to get started here, we'll just quickly make an easy season entry template. We do this by going to Events in the black bar at the top and clicking Create a New Event. From here, I'm going to manually build this event using the single day segment, but you can also use a template, and one of our templates available is season registration. For this example, I'll show you how to set it up from scratch. So to do that, you'll click to create one segment. Here you'll enter the name. Then you're going to add your packages down here at the bottom. We'll just add a season entry. You can also sell optional items like t-shirts or anything else that you'd like to sell at the beginning of the season. For this example, we'll just do the season entry. The next step is going to be to rename our segment. Since this isn't day one, this is going to be season. Here we can also set the number pool we want it to pull from, as well as our classes and groups that are going to be available in this event. You'll want to select the same classes and groups that are available in each of your events of the season. That way you'll be able to copy over the registrations. Now we'll go to the registration form tab. You can see we've got a package here at the top and then an assigner, which is this little blue car beneath it. Since once again we don't have day one listed here and this is a season entry, we'll rename the assigner label to entry details. Here we'll have them select the class and group. You'll have them select whichever information you collect in your events. I'm also, in this example, going to select vehicle number. So we always want to make sure that our assigners, these little blue cars, are always nested underneath the package. To do this, you drag the assigner up until you get the green box above the package you want to nest it beneath, and then you'll let go. You'll notice that indented and put it one level in. This is always important to make sure that your assignments map correctly and that your entries don't appear more than once on your attendee list. So I like to preview as we go. So taking a look at this event, you can see the preview here. I can now select the season entry. Well, this is kind of plain, so the first thing I want to do is add a text block to the top. Using the wrench in the form layout, add new and text block. Here I'm going to upload our logo by clicking the Upload and Insert Files and selecting my logo. You can resize an image by clicking on that image icon and typing in your size. Now I'm going to drag it up and above my season entry so it appears at the top of the form. So now you can see we've got our logo. We could add any instructions there if we wanted to give registration instructions for the season. And then we have our entry option beneath. You can also add additional options if you want them to purchase from more than one season option. Maybe you wanted to do a 5-pack bundle. You would do that by just creating new parts in the parts bin by add new and package. You drag them over to the form layout in the same fashion as listed here. Since this is the only option we're going to include in this event, I'm going to go ahead and make it required by setting my purchase limits to a minimum of 1, maximum of 1, and a default of 1. This will automatically select that item on the registration form so that they will instantly be prompted to enter their entry details instead. So now the next step is to build out your season and make sure you include a $0 season entry option in the parts bin. To do this, I'm going to clone an event from last year. I'm going to go ahead and use the event number 14 as my example. I'll clone that for the first event of this year. You choose your track and set your dates. Once that basic information is updated, you can click Clone Event Now, and it will copy the event for the new season. Now, we need to add that $0 package to this event for our season registrations. So you click to Customize Event, and then you pop over to the registration form. Here, I'm going to add the season option. So I'm going to go to my parts bin, click the wrench, add new, and package. So I name my package, I set the price to 0, and now I want to add my inventory. When adding the inventory for a season option, you always want to map it to the same inventory item that the regular registration fee is applying to, especially if you have limits like this, for example. We have a 100 entry cap on this event. If I were to create a new inventory item, these season registrations wouldn't apply towards that 100 limit cap. Since we want it to apply to that number, we're simply going to check the box for registration fee, which is the same inventory item this registration fee is applying to, and then click Save. This will make sure that we track all of our entries correctly and that we don't go over the cap on any events. You'll see the option appeared here in the parts bin listed as season registration. This is all the information that we need to collect from those season entrants. The rest of it will be copied over in our events. We'll leave it here in the parts bin and not drag it over to the form layout. That way it's only accessible to us as an admin, and an attendee will never see it on the registration form. So now that we have it in the first event, we'll just clone this event out for the rest of the season. Alright, so now we have our season registration event, and we have each of the events for the season. So the final step is to copy the registrations in the season entry over to the rest of the events. To do that, we'll pop into the registration side of the event. In the season registration event, you can see we've got John here. We'll go ahead and review his registration. We can see he's registered for Class A and Group 1. This is the vehicle he'll be bringing, and this is his number. He's also all paid up, so all looks set, so now all we need to do is copy those registrations. To do that, you click the gear icon next to his name. And here, you'll click Copy or Move Registration. We'll want to select the events we want it to move it to. We want to go to 1, 2, and 3, and we want to pull him in with the registration status as confirmed, since we already confirmed his entry. Now it's asking us what we want to copy. So we want to copy the season entry fee from this event, copy that over to the season registration for the other event at $0. This ensures that when we copy the registration, John won't owe anything in those other events. We also want to copy his assignment details. This is his class, vehicle, and number. So we want to make sure we copy that information over to the next event as well. So we'll check both these boxes on these entry forms, and then click Finish Copying. You can see that's confirmed. It copied his registration over to event 1, 2, and 3, and we can click these links if we want to view the registration. So here we can see event 1, and John is registered. Pop into event 2, he's listed there as well, and event 3. So just to recap, to create season registration, first you'll set up a simple event to collect that season entry fee. Second, you'll create a $0 package in each of your events for the year to copy those registrations over to. And then the third and final step is to copy those registrations from that season event out to the rest of the season.